Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this one, it's going to be a long one, so buckle in, get your favourite popcorn out and just sit back and enjoy. First things first, I need to say I'm nearly up to 500 subscribers, but the goal is truly to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed already, please, please, please just click below and then ignore me for the rest of your life. Do whatever you want. It's just I need to get to this 1,000 subscribers, or my wife's not going to stop nagging me. I need your help, please. Right, now that we got that out of the way, let's jump straight in. So we've got new patch notes. This is 2.16.0 or 2.16.0, and this is for season 5, and it is a long one. I've already been through it, and I've been having discussions on the Discord. If you're not joined up to the Discord, go jump in. You get all of the latest news and you get all of the discussion around that news and what people really think of it on there. So go and join the Discord, have a good chat with people, get some help, from what you need, and then we'll, just enjoy yourself, but be respectful, please. Now, first things first, we'll go through the patch notes. We'll have a read through, and I'll just interject with what I think at the time. I'm not going to go back because I'll miss something. Right, so we'll be conducting server maintenance from 23rd of August. It is currently the 20th of August. So that means that in 3 days, as of release of this video, we will have this update in place. Following this update, the brand new Season 5 Dragon Chronicles season will begin. The Omni Guardians, alongside Guardian Valkyrie Alula, so we'll see Alula in this one, will join forces to assist the prosperous Empress Wu Zetan. I'm probably going to murder these names. My apologies if I do, and if you know how to pronounce them better, then please let me know down below. In averting divine punishment upon the mortal realm. Ooh dear. Right, okay, so maintenance may be extended due to special circumstances, blah, blah, blah. We get 500 diamonds and 5 summon tickets. They did up that recently from 300 diamonds and 0 summon tickets. So maybe they'll up it again. Give us 1,000 diamonds. Give us 10 summon tickets. Or give us 50. That'd be nice. Anyway, Season 5. Season 5 will introduce 2 new seasonal synergies, Enigmas and Soul Eaters. Meanwhile, the Season 4 synergies Elysians and Astrals will be retired. Season 5 synergy, Enigmas. Consumes energy to charm an enemy unit, temporarily recruiting the target to your team. The unit will move to your side and attack its former allies. After a certain number of rounds, it will return to the enemy side. I believe that will be 4 rounds, but I don't know. So this is going to be very interesting. It just means that very similar to how the banish mechanic works, or how the bind mechanic works. I believe that's how it's going to work. So effectively, the synergy mates will attack. They will steal the enemy team. I don't know if there's going to be a maximum on there, but then those enemies will no longer be on the enemy team, and they will fight for you instead, and then they'll return after a specific amount of time. Very similar to how the Avengers is this season with the banish mechanic, and that they get banished for 4 rounds and then they can jump back in. Effectively, they do die on the enemy team, and the same, I suspect, will be true. If you can capture all of the enemy team, then they can't fight you, and so you'll win the battle. Now, this is to be taken with a grain of salt, because I don't know what the conditions for that are, and will this be impacted by the control immunity effect of Glorians? If so, Glorians has just got a massive, massive buff this season. But again, we'll see. So, Season 5 synergy Soul Eater allows one of your heroes to devour an ally, reducing the ally's stats while boosting their own. So what I think this will be is you will effectively nerf your own team. So you will, instead of devouring an enemy, you will eat one of your own team, and then that subsequently the unit that does eat the other unit will become much stronger. It's a weird one, that. Do I want to lose my Eudora to power up my Corolla? I don't know. Uh, we'll see. We'll have to see on that one. The Devoured Heroes' attack, defense, and other stats will be reduced, while the corresponding stats of the Devouring Hero will be increased until the end of battle. So that means that this effect's going to last for the entire battle. So, do we get to choose? Probably not. Which unit gets devoured? I don't know. Maybe it'll be slot 4 devours slot 1, something like that. It just nerfs the team. It looks like, but it makes one unit super powerful. So I think positioning will be very important. Not very good for Wukong and his longevity. Anyway, consuming energy removes the stat reduction effect from the Devoured Hero while keeping the Devoured Hero stat boost unchanged. Okay, so that's a bit better. So effectively, the more energy that you get, the less nerfed the Devoured Hero will be. So you'll gain all those stats back over the course of the battle, and eventually you just have one superpowered unit, and then your other unit will be back up to full strength. So yeah, okay. Now let's have a look at the heroes. So they've chosen to go with the least used heroes throughout the entire game to add on to the seasonal synergy. It's all going to play in together, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But the following 8 heroes will have Enigma synergy. So the Mystifiers, so Ozzy, Ashlyn, Ellie, Corolla, Elryan, Merlin, and the new hero. So I believe this. So the Prosperous Empress and Aphrodite will both be DD heroes. I believe the Prosperous Empress will be divine and Aphrodite will be divine as well. So it looks like we do have 2 DD heroes on this team, but as you can see, there's only 6 from, and they're all from different synergies. So in order to build this synergy, you're gonna need to have these units quite well leveled up, and you're not gonna have your normal synergy, your normal faction synergy. It's not faction, is it? Valkyrie synergy. You're not going to have that normal Valkyrie synergy available because each one of these is effectively from a different Valkyrie synergy. Now, Prosperous Empress we'll call her Zeti. So Zeti and Aphrodite, they are listed below. I've already had a look. They are listed below, so we'll go through that and what it means for these heroes here later. Now, Soul Eaters, we've got Bastet, Christine, Anubia, Lee, Albert, Athena. We've got Hades and Lancelot. So Underworld Lord Hades is the deviant synergy for this set, and then the Valiant Knight Lancelot is a non-DD hero. He will be, I think he's Mystifiers, so we'll work alongside Bastet on this particular team. I've already had a look at these 2. Very exciting. Soul Eaters, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this plays out. We're going to do a lot of testing over the next couple of weeks. This is a note, nothing about the actual update, but in previous seasons we noticed that many Omni Guardians had to dismantle their existing teams to build new season synergy teams. For example, removing Eudora from Ethereals to place her in a season synergy team often resulted in a weakened Ethereals lineup, which is not what we intended. To address this, we have selected some heroes with high ownership rates but low usage rates and granted them seasonal synergies. I hope nobody has been re-rolling. I hope nobody has been dismantling these old heroes, because I've been saying since I started this channel, don't dismantle your heroes. Don't use your legendaries for food. And if you have, you've been a very naughty boy or naughty girl. Go sit in the corner for 10 minutes with your done sat on. Never ever dismantle your legendary heroes for food. Ever. Build them up. Build them up. Build them up. Build them up. Please. Never ever dismantle these heroes, because you will need them. As we can see here, how are you going to beat the cube? How are you going to beat the Enigma's cube stage 64 with trash units, which you've had to build up over the course of the season? How are you going to beat the Soul Eaters with trash heroes? You've got to power them up, especially with Light Seeker synergy. Something to keep in mind. Right, so to address this, we have selected blah blah blah. We hope that Omni Guardians will enjoy the benefits of the season synergies without compromising the strength of their original teams. I preferred it. I preferred it when you just threw everything in. Throw everything into these two synergies. Give us more options. More options is always better. People will make mistakes, but then they learn from those mistakes and they power on through. Just my 2 cents on that. Now, new heroes. This is the exciting bit. Season 5 will introduce 4 new heroes. You've got Zeti, you've got Aphrodite, you've got Hades, and Lancelot. So, Zeti is a Glorian. Woo! Another buff to a team that doesn't need a buff. Can charm an enemy target, temporarily recruiting them to your team. It's quite interesting, especially outside of seasonal content. When your team takes damage, the charmed enemy will absorb it instead. Give this to Ethereals. Come on. Give this to Ethereals. Ethereals have not had a buff, not had a proper buff in so long. You got Wukong. Wukong's great, but he doesn't work unless you invest him up to 12 stars. Come on. Give us a good Ethereal. Anyway, sorry, rant over. Okay, so yeah, when the team takes damage, the charmed enemy will absorb it instead. So another buff for Glorians. They've not released the rune synergies yet, so we don't know what type. We don't know if she's we don't know if she's enchanter. We don't know if she's a monarch. We don't know. I suspect she'll be a monarch, given she's an empress. But we'll just have to see. So that would be another monarch for Glorians potentially, but we don't know. Now, Aphrodite, Avengers. This is a bit of an odd choice, but can charm enemy target, temporarily recruiting them to your team. When the charmed target takes HP, or your team will recover HP. That's okay. It does the job. It's not as good as the. It doesn't seem as good as Zeti's, but it does seem good. Now, when any unit on the battlefield dies, she will increase her attack and immediately remove debuffs from your team. That's going to be really powerful against Mystifiers. It's going to be really powerful against some Glorian builds. It's going to be really powerful potentially against Dooms as well. So I think she's going to be a good fit. I think she's going to be a good fit on Avengers. I think if she is an enchanter, then you will have you'll have 4 enchanters then. No, sorry, 4 enchanters. You'll have 4 enchanters on the Avengers team. You'll have Lachesis, you'll have Ardina, you'll have Elryan, and you will have now Aphrodite if she's an enchanter. I suspect she's going to be. Now, next one. This one I'm quite excited for. So this is Underworld Lord Hades. I think he's going to be the best of the bunch. But we'll just have to see how things progress. I was wrong last time, so take this with a pinch of salt. Can devour an enemy target after 4 rounds unless he is defeated. The devoured target will die instantly. That is going to be such a powerful effect. It's a bit like the bind mechanic that Karnak does, or that Victoria does, except that if they don't escape, or if they don't leave, or if they don't get out, they will be dead, which will be very powerful. Valianta's synergy mates can execute enemy targets instantly if their HP is below 35% while attacking. So effectively, it's a massive buff to the Valianta's team. This guy is going to be absolutely sick, and I would suggest waiting to see what his actual stats look like. We'll do full reviews for him when he comes out, but again, we'll just have to wait and see what he actually what his stats and what his kit actually is. This is just, from what I can see here, this looks fantastic. I'm really excited about this guy. Now, Valiant Knight Lancelot is Mystifier. He attacks, apply corrode, and can double the number of corrode stacks on the target. This is a throwback to Minotaur. Minotaur, very powerful unit in the non-DD Mystifiers team, because effectively you would go Emily, Bastet, or you go Bastet, you go Emily, you go Ozzy, you would go Minotaur, and then Franz. So Minotaur would double the number of corrode stacks. Problem is, if this Lancelot doesn't increase the number of corrode stacks, or the corrode stack limit, then you're still going to suffer the same problem, and why people don't run Minotaur now. It's still a very powerful effect, but the problem is, the problem is you won't have any. You can't go if your corrode stacks limit is 10, and it's already at 10. You can't double it again. So we'll just have to see this guy in action first and see if this can take any of the bite out of that. So we'll see. Now, next bit, Dragon War added to Clash Domain. The existing Monsters Siege mode will be replaced by Dragon War. I don't know. The Monsters Siege was really good. And I really enjoyed it. Don't fix what isn't broke. Raise your giant dragon. At the start of each round in Clash Domain, all participating guilds will receive 1 dragon egg. Guild members can use Guild Builder to nurture the dragon egg, evolving it into a mature giant dragon. The dragon's level matches the royal city's level in Guild Builder. Deploy your giant dragon. The guild leader can command the giant dragon to attack enemy grids in Clash Domain. Attack grids will turn into an unoccupied state. That's very good, actually. I think that's quite a good idea. Dragon attacks consume energy, which can be obtained by attacking the enemy giant dragon. So in order for us to use our giant dragon, we also need to attack the giant dragons. Right, got it. So, after Clash Domain begins, guilds will engage in a 1v1 Dragon War battle. Guild members can challenge the enemy giant dragon and attack it. Rewards are based on damage dealt. Okay, so that's more geared towards long-standing players as well. That's fine by me. And after Dragon War ends, victory is determined by the total damage dealt by guild members. The guild with the higher damage wins. Absolutely fine. If you got a good guild, you're in for a treat. If you got a middle to low level guild, then you're in for a bad time. I'm not gonna lie, you're in for a bad time. It's a bit like Supremacy, but as is the way with these things, the better the guild, the better the rewards. It's that simple. So contribute as much as you can to your guild, get it as high as you can. Do what you can. Sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose. Now, Dragon War lasts for 2 days with the results and the opponents resetting every 2 days as well. Okay, that's cool. So you're going to get fresh opponents every 2 days. Keep it interesting, keep it unique. That's fine. Now, giant dragons have unique abilities such as immunity to physical damage. Different giant dragons have different abilities, so Omni Guardians need to assemble appropriate teams based on these abilities for effective attacks, so to keep things fresh. So every 2 days, you're going to get a new giant dragon. It's going to have a different ability. You're going to need to think and not just click buttons. You're going to need to think about what you do in order to prevail in this mode. I like it. I don't like the fact that they've removed the Monster Siege. That was sick. But giant dragons, we'll see how it goes. Season artifacts. Season 5 introduces 3 types of season artifacts for PvP artifacts, PvE artifacts, and universal artifacts. So PvP artifacts can only be used in PvP modes, such as Clash Domain and World Arena, and a team can carry a maximum of 1 PvP artifact. So you're going to need a maximum of those 9 PvP artifacts in order to succeed. That'll be alright. We'll see what they do. If it's just like increase attack by 300%, it's going to be quite boring. But if it's going to be different things, we'll just have to experiment. We'll do some testing, we'll do some experimenting, we'll see what different options are available. Now, 2 PvE artifacts can only be used in PvE modes, such as Rift Odyssey and Ktic Space. Same as before, universal artifacts have no restrictions on where they can be used. Absolutely fine with that. You can set up different teams for PvP and PvE scenarios, allowing you to use suitable artifacts for each situation, as long as you don't put Undying Shield in PvP. We're good. All I'm saying, don't put Undying Shield in PvP. It is a guaranteed win. Nobody likes that. Now, Ktic Space. Based on OmniGuardian's feedback, we have lowered the requirements for unlocking higher levels of synergy slates in Season 5's Ktic Space. OmniGuardians can now advance to higher difficulty levels in Ktic Space more quickly. It's good overall for the health of the game, I think. Getting there is going to be much easier, and it's going to take a lot less resource pumping into it. A lot of the problems that we had previously were that you were investing 5,000 diamonds a week in order to get to the upper echelons. Now it might reduce down to 3,000 diamonds a week. We'll see. I don't know. That's speculation. We'll just have to see how easy actually it is. Now, feedback updates. In the guild mode Grey Shroom Realm, the revival skill Calamity Reborn can resurrect the defeated boss. When the boss difficulty is high, the skill can create significant challenges, leading many OmniGuardians to find it quite problematic. Yes, that's fair. Therefore, we've reduced the effect of the revival skill in Grey Shroom's realm. The boss's HP has been decreased from 30% to 15%. That's not bad. So they're just giving smaller guilds a better chance. You put a lot of work into that 15%, especially when you're only getting 2% per attack. It's 10 attempts. You've only got 15 attempts a day, something like that. So the zones for this is a big one. This is going to be a big one. Well, it will be a big one for those people who are in T1 to S50 because they're going to be merged. So the zones for servers T1 to T42 and S1 to S50 will be merged. After the merge, players from these servers will be able to communicate via the battle chat, join each other's guilds, and participate in the Grey Shroom's realm, Clash Domain, Yggdrasil Supremacy, Rift Odyssey, Foggy Coliseum and World Arena, as well as compete for rankings in Ktic Space and Rift Odyssey. Cool. How's that going to affect leaderboards? We'll just have to see. Following the merge, we will send compensation reward via mail to all OmniGuardians on servers T1 to T42 and S1 to S50. Some records will be cleared post-merge. The Grey Shroom Realm Hall of Fame records, Rift Odyssey Hall of Fame records, and Foggy Coliseum records, rankings and battle reports for servers T1 to T42 will be erased, but this will not affect actual rewards and bonuses. So we'll just see. We'll see how this is going to play out. It's going to be absolutely massive for those people in those. So after the reset has happened, please go in and check how things are. If you notice any bugs, anything that shouldn't be there, please let us know as soon as possible. Now, Clash Domain operations have been optimized. We have simplified the team filtering system and auto team setup process, enhancing usability. Thank you. I know it's such a pain when you level up a unit that you have to go in and reset all of your teams in Clash Domain. Such a pain. So potentially this will resolve that effect. We'll just have to see. Now, based on OmniGuardian's feedback and actual combat performance, some heroes have been buffed. So Mystifier's Bastet and Dulhan have been strengthened. So Bastet's passive strong senses have been enhanced. The original effect was 25% chance to double the number of corrode stacks applied by team. The update is 75% chance. Why not just make it 100? I mean, if that's what you're going for, doubling the number of corrode stacks, yeah. Make it 100 and give the additional 10. The additional 10 to the stack. That's all she needs. The additional 10 to the stack. But 75% chance to take that. Now, Abyssal Flame and Hellfire Slashes, when these skills are used, they apply 2 stacks of corrode to the target. That's fine. So he does corrode as well. No problem. He's already quite strong with the Monarch synergy. Good to build the Mystifier's team around. But applying that corrode might make a big difference. I doubt it, because you still need to increase the corrode stacks. That's always been the Mystifier's problem, is the lack of the stack interaction. They just can't increase it for whatever reason. You can't give us a good unit to increase that corrode stack. Every unit on your team should increase it by 5. There you go. Every unit on the Mystifier's team should increase the corrode stack by 5. Just my 2 thoughts. Now, Valiant's Nyx and Ashlyn have been strengthened. So Nyx's ultimate damage has been increased to 350. That's not bad. And then Ashlyn's ultimate healing effect has been enhanced to 176. This is not going to save Trashland. This will not save Trashling. It doesn't matter how high you pump those numbers. You need her to remove buffs, or you need her to add buffs. Give defense. Give damage reduction. Give Holy Shield. Give something to go alongside, because otherwise she's just healing and she does nothing. The only reason that Seraphina is viable is because you can pair shields with her. That's it. That's the only reason people run her. Give Ashlyn something similar. That's how you buff her. You don't increase the amount of healing that she can do. How silly. How silly to think that she's not healing enough. She heals fine. What you need is for her to do other things, like all of the other healers. Crazy. Right, anyway. Ethereals, Eloin and Ellie have been strengthened. Eloin's passive skill has been enhanced. The original effect was 30% chance to gain Awaken and 1 stack of Sanctuary. When an ally triggers a critical hit, the update effect is 50% chance to gain Awaken. Additionally, the Awaken bonus has been increased from 200 to 400. That's massive. That's a massive bonus. And to get the 50% chance, going from 30 to 50, it becomes a bit more reliable. If it went up to 70, I would 100% say that was broken. So going up to 50, yeah, fine, we'll take it. But the increase to 400%, that's actually very good. That's a very, very powerful effect. And it's only gotten better. So Eloin's now viable, and she's available in the Oracle shop. Go buy a couple of copies of her, see how she performs. Now Ellie has been increased from 375 to 425. We'll see how much that impacts things. Ellie's problem really is that she's a glass cannon, and that she's part of the Shadow Arcs and the Strikers synergy. And on the Ethereals, there's no other Strikers synergy. There's no real Monarch synergy, which is why they're the weakest team. It is, honestly, because there's no Monarch synergy, because there's no Striker synergy in there. Ellie's part of that Striker synergy, but raising her attack from or by 50% is not going to do it for her. You need to surround her with other strikers or protectors. You know, they do have protector synergy now, so we'll need to try that combo out, just see how things go. And Glorians, Ariana and Corolla. So Ariana's ultimate damage has been increased by 50%, not bad, we'll take it. And Corolla's ultimate damage has been increased by 50-ish% as well. So Corolla increasing her ultimate damage, yeah, it is what it is. She does double buffs if you have her full red runes. But getting her red runes is a chore, to say the least. So, yeah. Just increasing damage, by the way. A note to the devs, just increasing damage does not equal better units. It just means that they will do more damage before they die on round 1. So, Avengers, Althea and Elraim, or Elraim. The Gracie's Spring has been enhanced. The original effect was increase her max HP and attack by 15% when a unit died on the field. The updated effect is increase 50%. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. So she's going to get much stronger, Althea. So that best Avengers team that you've seen floating around, Lachesis, Mavis, Althea, Narissa, Janna, that's going to become much, much stronger. Because Althea was going to start putting out damage, just as much damage as probably Sal or Janna, I suspect. Right, Ktic Pursuit has been enhanced. The original effect was increase active damage dealt to frontline enemies by 150%. Oh, that's quite a large increase. We'll see. That might help him. That might help him. Increase frontline enemy damage, but yeah. I mean, still going up against Gloria. Yeah, is what it is. Right, we still have other updates to go. So this, like I said, it's going to be a long video. Sit in. Right, Doomsday's Ayushta and Althena have been strengthened. So Ayushta's ultimate damage gone up, fine. And then her basic attack, fine. And then Athena's, that's okay. I think Athena, that will do for Athena, but again, just increasing basic attack damage does not equate to making better units, just means that the unit's going to die quicker. Give us more defensive buffs, Give us more stacks of Holy Shield. Give us more interesting effects like copying buffs or just stuff like that. That's how you strengthen teams. That's how you buff units. But we'll see. Now, other updates. It should be the last bit. So the Oracle shop now includes exchanges. So Leandra's coming to the Oracle shop, and so is Lee. If you've been saving up your tickets for Lee, you should have him at around 30 now. So it should be around 10 Oracle coins to get a copy of him. If you've been saving up your shards. And Leandra, I think she was available in the last treasure hunt, so you might not have any shards left for her. But if you do, she's going to become available in the Oracle shop. Now, the season archives for Season 5 have been updated. Collect exclusive runes for new Season 5 heroes and Season 5 archive bonuses. Absolutely fine. Yep. World Arena, the number of teams required for Challenger 1 has been increased from 7 to 9. Won't really affect the majority of people, but it just means that everybody in Supremacy will now need 9 teams rather than 7, which I suspect is to play into the new Synergy as well. So like we said before, you're going to have, where we go? These heroes here will be effectively be your additional 2 teams. So you'll start using these units much more. But we'll have to see how that goes. Now, maximum number of teams in Clash Domain has been adjusted by improving the Synergy Archive power. You now increase the number of teams up to 8. So effectively, if you increase your Synergy Archive power, which is the more Synergy power that you have within the archive on the home screen, is going to allow you to put 8 teams in. But like I said before, if you've been selling your units, if you have been using your legendary units as food, if you have been dismantling them and getting rid of them just for the synergy bonus, you're a fool. I'll tell you that now. You're a fool. You're a fool. Go sit in the corner for 20 minutes. Think about what you've done. Don't use your legendary heroes as food. You never know when you're going to need them, and because this is the way that they're going now, you've effectively lost out this season. You're going to need to build all that power all the way back up. You might have 5 really strong teams, but you need 9. You also need 8 for your Clash Domain. So you're going to be able to the higher power that you have, the more teams that you're going to have available. So that's my 2 thoughts on this. The patch notes. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you can like and subscribe, it'd be really appreciated. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.